Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with the Chance of Meeples. Today we are going to be going on an adventure. Actually, not just one adventure, we're going to be doing 6 different adventures, 6 different mysteries, and we will be getting the help of some little detectives in our lives. Those little detectives will be our kids. Today, we're checking out Unlock Kids, part of the Unlock series. And if you don't know what the Unlock series is, it is a system, a bunch of games that are escape room in a box type games. So this is the first one in the series for kids, as you can see, Unlock Kids, targeted for kids ages 6 and up. How does it play? What are my thoughts? Let's find out. First, cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Unlock Kids looks like this. In this one, there are 3 different stories that you can do, and each of the stories or the decks of cards, they have 2 different stories within that, if that makes any sense. 2 different adventures with each of the decks of cards. So I'm not going to spoil anything in this. You get some components or some little tokens that match up with the different decks of cards. And then you also get a tutorial, and I'm going to show you how the tutorial works. And you actually do this tutorial before you start, so I'm not going to show you any spoilers, and chances are you will be doing this with your kids and watching this without your kids first. So, you got the tutorial, welcome to Unlock Kids, and with the tutorial you'll learn how to play it without reading the rules. So you flip that over, and it says, after a long stroll through Cold Cow's Island, you reach a cabin that looks abandoned, and then it says each time you see a number you can flip the matching component over. So you can flip over the cardboard item number 8. So this is an 8 and it shows a little hand. So then you take that as well, cards 11, 2, and 3, and that item icon indicates that 2 and 3 are to be assembled to form a scene. So you're going to be doing that a few times throughout these. So 2 and 3, you flip these over and you make a scene. And then you read what it says. You find an item on the table that's matching number 6. So then that would be a key. And then of course over here, it's got a lock. So then maybe you do the key with the lock. I will also put out card number 11 because it told us to do that as well. And this is kind of how you progress through all of them with a card that has these little symbol table on it. So then you would take this and you'd match this up, this item with that item, and it makes that image. And yeah, sure enough, number 9. So then you would take card number 9 and flip that over. And look at that, you unlock the padlock. And X means you then discard the cards that you've already used. And now it shows a number 4, so then you could flip over card number 4. So you just keep going on. I'm not going to show you, actually I'll show you this as well. And then any card with this, you choose. There might be 2 or 3 or 4 different things on a card, and you just choose, and then again you match up the symbol, either here or here. And there's other things to look at in these images. I'm not going to show you. Might be secret numbers that you can flip over extra cards or whatnot. So that is the whole system of Unlock. There are cute artwork in this. I will say this, our daughter is 5, and we did one of them that had some story with a zombie or whatever, and she was a little frightened by the image. I'm not going to show you anymore to spoil it, but some of the artwork is it's cute, but it is what it is. So if you have kids that are maybe a little more sensitive to things, take note of that. But overall, that is how you do Unlock Kids. Let's check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Unlock Kids, an escape room style game targeted at kids ages 6 and up. And I would say that's pretty accurate. On the back of the box it says ages 6, 7, and 8. We did this with both our kids, my wife and I, and our daughter's 5, our son is 8. And our son got some, he started figuring things out. Our daughter found some things. She's got a really, really keen eye, which will be very useful in some of these adventures, because you'll need to look at some of the cards a little more closely to see some hidden numbers or items shaped as numbers and things like that. I'm not going to spoil too much, but if you've done any of the unlocks, you know that you have to find some hidden numbers in some of them. And that was a lot of fun, seeing our kids, holding these cards up like to their face, like real close, and just like staring intently at these cards. And for adults, we figured things out pretty quickly. Most of the puzzles and riddles weren't super challenging for adults. I wouldn't say riddles, puzzles. And, finding those items, and then, hey, what should we do with this to get this? And I found that actually a lot of fun, kind of showing my kids or kind of leading the story, because I knew the answers and I knew what we needed to do, but how do you then help lead the discussion so that you're just not overtaking things as the adult, and just doing it for the kids and letting your kids figure things out and progressing through the story in that way. I thought that was a lot of fun. We did these in 6 different days. It says 20 minutes on the box. I think it probably took us maybe between 20 and 30 minutes. They're all light and silly. I showed in the radar overview that the one has a zombie character in it for a little bit. Our 5-year-old, a little sensitive to that. I know it says 6+, but our 5-year-old, she thought it was maybe a little bit scary. But overall, cute artwork. I feel that they kind of progress in difficulty a little bit, not much. They're all pretty even, but we started with the barnyard one, the one where Mrs. Hen gets kidnapped, and you have to find her and who took her and whatnot. We started with that one and then moved on with that same deck the next day. And those were actually our favorite too. Out of, if I'm ranking the 6 of them, those would probably both be like, 85% chance of meeples, because those 2 are really good. The middle ones with the castle, the first one, finding the treasure, that one is pretty solid. I do like 80. And then the last 3 were, in my opinion, a little bit weaker. They were still fun, and my kids and we all still enjoyed it. But I don't know. It was just a little bit weaker, not story. There were maybe a couple things that were not far-fetched, but like, okay, how would we get that? It has solution, it has hints and stuff like that. But we scored pretty well on them. They score, you're trying to get stars, and I believe there's 7 or 6 or 7 in each of them, and then you just find these stars, and then it asks at the end, how did you fare? So I don't know, just overall, family time, great time with no screens, and that's kind of what they say, no screens, because typically the Unlock series has an app that you use, and you're punching in numbers in the app, and using a cell phone or a tablet to help solve these games and adventures. But this has no screen time, and so that was really refreshing to us, that we could sit at the table and all of us were engaged, and the kids thought, they were like, whoa, look at this, I found something, and just the imagination that it invoked, where they were kind of like creating a bigger story of what they think happened, and showing us evidence as to why they think that with a little image or something on the card. So it was a lot of fun just seeing their excitement and them figuring out these puzzles and their eyes lighting up. So overall, I think this is a fun family activity. I would give it a 70% chance of meeples. We did enjoy it, some of them more than others, but overall 70% chance of meeples. And it's great, you don't rip anything up. So you can just reload these things, and then you can just let other friends and families enjoy the time and do them themselves. So Unlock Kids, there you have it, 70% chance of meeples. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.